Ow! Interjections. Hey, that hurts. I can't stand pain. Even as a kid, I was just not a big fan of pain. I have a very low uh, threshold for pain. Can't tolerate it whatsoever. In fact, they used to call me the Tasmanian Terror when I went into the hospital or the doctor and had to get a shot. Oh, I couldn't stand it. Oh, I couldn't stand. I know it only lasts like a couple seconds, but I was in and out so frequently. It's been a while since I've had surgery, but I used to get tubes in my ears as a kid. Never really helped. I still can't hear very well. What? Oh, sorry. It's the hum from the microphone there. So I don't like pain. Not a big fan. Still not a big fan. I remember seeing the my grandfather cut himself accidentally and then hold his finger like this and there's just big blood bubble and he was fine. He was like laughing. I'm like, yeah! I was like screaming for him. I couldn't believe it. I've hurt myself a lot though. I've fallen off of campers. That wasn't really painful as much as it was just jarring. I did twist my hip. That's been something I've lived with my entire life, which does cause pain now. I've run into parked cars with my bike. I've flipped my bike. I chipped my tooth that way. What else have I done? I've done some pretty... Well, luckily, most of the stupid things that I've done, I did as a kid, but thank God I'm not doing a lot of stupid things now. I still have pain, but I do deal with it better now as an adult. Just as long as I don't have to get a shot or my blood drawn. Can't stand it. Butterfly needles, by the way. If you hate getting your blood drawn, ask for butterfly needles, and you do not want the doctor to draw your blood. Don't let the doctor draw your blood. Get a phlebotomist. Get someone who does it day in and day out. Get someone who practices. Otherwise, they will make a pincushion out of your elbow or your crelbow. That's where they take your blood, right here on the crelbow. Sucks. But the butterfly needle is really tiny, so it's not as bad, especially if you get an expert. So Matt has got a top 5 tips on how to suppress pain, how to deal with it. And, I certainly agree with a handful of them. And if anybody else has got any other tips on pain, feel free to pass them along. Or share with us right now what is the most painful thing you've ever experienced. Or, what is the most painful thing you can ever imagine experiencing? I'm just curious. Let's see what everybody has out there. Number 1, to protect yourself or suppress pain, eat lots of veggies and fruits. Drink lots of water and whole juice. All that does is makes you healthier and stronger, and being healthy could help you in suppressing pain. Oh, it's true. Preventative medicine. Although I don't know if I'd call vegetables medicine, although some of them kind of taste that way. I mean, bok choy. Seriously. What? But this is one of the reasons why I tried to lock this chair here. It's sitting in an upright position, causing me to lean back, and my legs tilted forward. Takes a lot of the strain off my lower back and upper back, and certainly does help. That's when I fell off the camper, I twisted my hip, and so now I really got to watch my back. Number 2, make yourself very observant. If you fall while jogging and skin your knee, concentrate on something else besides anything directly or indirectly associated with the pain. Maybe a nice car drove by. Focus on that and take in its beauty. Before you know it, you won't feel the pain as much, and you can walk home and treat your injury. It's kind of true. Especially if you've got a task at hand. A few, was it weeks or months ago when I was changing a furnace filter, when I was moving the, door or, section up to get into the attic where one of the furnaces is, I must have smeared part of it, and I saw pink, and I didn't think it was my finger that was apparently sliced at the time. I was, looking at it, I'm like, did Ponzi put lipstick on the attic door thing? What the... I didn't think no big deal. And I'm sure if I would have, not been doing that, I would have felt the throbbing after I'd finished installing and looked at it while I was still in the attic going, oh, I cut myself. That explains the lipstick-looking smear on the attic door thing. What do they call that, really? Attic entry thing? I don't know. Anyway, number 3, give yourself an oblivious off and on switch. Even though this sounds stupid, try to make yourself oblivious to absolutely everything at any time. If you have pain, making yourself oblivious to it will help you pretty much forget about the pain, even though it's still there. You got to ignore it. Even if there's nothing going on, ignore it. I'd say those 2 tips are kind of one and the same. Number 4, Push through the pain. If you hurt yourself, pay no attention to it, unless it's a serious injury. Sometimes when I'm playing soccer or football and I get laid out, I skin my hips, bump my head, etc., and it hurts, but just walk up, brush yourself off, and keep playing. Pay no attention to the pain. Yeah, this is it's up to everybody, but, sometimes I'll be, doing something and I'll feel like, that's some kind of sharp pain, and I'll note it. I'll, think about it, and if I don't feel it again for, a while, then it's like, oh, it just was a shooting pain. But if it's something that happens, regularly, then it's time to go into the doctor and say, I'm having a big issue when I do this. Then there's probably something wrong, like a sprain or possibly a break, or you're playing too much World of Warcraft. One of the three. Number 5, do not be a drama queen. If you sit there saying, "Oh my God, I think I broke my leg. I need an ambulance. Help!" when you simply got a kick in the shin, I think being a drama queen can actually intensify, for a lack of a better word, the psychology of the pain. Psychosomatically tricking you into giving your body more pain and in turn making it hurt more. You get yourself excited, so your adrenaline's going, you're excited, oh, something's wrong, it hurts, and you're concentrating on the hurt instead of concentrating on what you need to be concentrating on, and that is what? What do you need to be concentrating on? Just tell me. What is it? Remember, go back to an earlier tip. Find something to concentrate on. Especially if no one's paying attention to you, it could be quite embarrassing. Bonus tip, and I'd actually make this kind of number 5 for him, though. Do not take any commercially available painkillers, as in my opinion, it interferes with your body's nervous system. He notes he takes Advil when he gets a headache and takes medicine when he gets a cold, but not Advil when he hurts himself. Band-Aid and a little bit of alcohol is all you might need. That is true, and that's something that I stick to as well. I do not take any kind of prescription or even over-the-counter medication if I can help it. I don't really get into the whole herbs thing. I think a lot of that is just kind of, just take this, and suddenly, magically, you'll, be smarter. Come on! Come on! Nah, I'm sorry. I don't subscribe to it. But I will tell you, some of the medications can help. I've been helped by many a medication, especially when I really, 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 really need it. Like, if I knew that I was, feeling antsy, or, the headache was just, intense. Sometimes I get, intense migraines, and I know what a migraine is. I know, because I start feeling nauseous, sick to my stomach. That's pain, and I had to get medication a couple days before Nomedex this last year, where I was throwing up because of the migraine. It was so strong, and it was because of all the stress and just not taking care of myself, and it happens, and when it does, you have to deal with it, and best you know how, and sometimes medication is the way. Other ways, it's preventative medicine. Take care of yourself. Don't do what you don't need to do. And I know you're saying, Chris, you could probably relieve stress by not drinking coffee. Yes, but that would actually cause me pain. No, actually it would cause you pain, because I'd be even more snippy than I normally am. Now, if you've got any other suggestions for health or suppressing pain, or, want to submit your painful experiences, if you think you got a good story, feel free to leave a comment, video follow-up, or, email me, chris@pirillo.com. You're also free to stop by the chat room, where we're not always talking about painful things, or any kind of pain is usually related to technology, like our computer just crashed, or, something else happened, we're having some kind of issue. We're here to help, and hopefully you are too, so we're waiting for you. What are you waiting for? We're at live.pirillo.com. We'll see you later.